Hi, it's Dr. Curtis again. So a lot of times when people hear us talk about that we work with kids with dyslexia and we're trying to empower kids with dyslexia, they say, oh, I know what dyslexia is. That's when kids write backwards or they read backwards. And of course, dyslexia is so much more than that. There's a lot of other signs that can show up. As a matter of fact, there can be signs that kids will show even before they start to read. We always say one of our goals is to help parents connect the dots, to help realize when these seemingly unrelated behaviors are actually related to dyslexia. That way they can get the help they need, get early services, and really succeed in life. So, what are some of these signs? Well, some things that we'll see early on, they may have trouble with the ABCs, remembering their alphabet. This is because they actually have trouble with rhyming. The alphabet's a song, it's a rhyme. And the child with dyslexia can have trouble with that. They can have trouble with tying shoes. They can have trouble with remembering left and right, and those kinds of things. So this seems like they're unrelated to dyslexia, but they actually are related. And then later on, you may even see issues with the report card. You'll see comments from the teacher where they say, I don't really understand. He seems to be so have such great ideas. When we sit down and we're reading a book as a class and then we discuss it afterwards, he has all these great ideas. But as soon as I ask him to write it out, he'll only write one or two sentences, or it takes a whole long time for him to write anything. It's very laborious for him. And then the other thing they'll complain about is maybe his writing's okay, but there's lots of grammar errors in there, or spelling errors is another big one. And then the final thing that we'll hear is behavior-related issues. In my office, parents will come into my office and they'll say, my child is having trouble in school, he's acting out, or I think he has ADHD. That's a big one. He's hyper, he's not paying attention. And when you sit down and talk to them, we realize that actually these behaviors are only happening when they are having trouble with reading. In other situations in school, there's no behavior problems, there's no attention problems. But when they have to sit down and put the effort into reading and they're having so much difficulty, that's where they have the problems. So, dyslexia can show up, of course, with the reading issues, but there can be many other signs and symptoms, and that's why we try to help parents connect the dots.